And a pleasant good evening to you and yours, and welcome to the Brevard Sports Network. Alan Slaughterzinski with you. Surprisingly, the Melbourne Bulldog Diamond Club has stepped up tonight. We're going to get the starting lineups, and then we'll be right back. All right, a pleasant good evening to you and to yours, and welcome to the Brevard Sports Network. Can't thank the Melbourne Bulldogs Diamond Club enough. I didn't want to go, and they ensured we could stay. And so tonight we've got game two of the district championship semifinals between the Melbourne Bulldogs and the Bayside Bears. The winner of this is going to take on the Vieira Hawks Wednesday at 6 o'clock. And that game already done, paid for, sponsored. You'll see it here on Brevard Sports Network. Stepping in for the Bayside Bears is going to be Victor Hernandez. And Hernandez is going to step in and face number 24 for Melbourne tonight. We'll give you his Sean Gates is the Melbourne pitcher. And we'll give you his information after Gates fires up pitch number one. Man, it's a beautiful night for baseball, and we are underway. Strike one. Gates. The 0-1. Foul back to the screen. Keep your eye on them balls. That screen's got some holes in it. I've almost been hit about 4 times this year. Gates 2-0 this year with a 3.41 ERA. This is appearance number 10 for Sean. The 0-2 is 0-3. Punch him out. Window shopping. Cha-ching. Bada bing. And that is out number 1. Elvin Pasquale steps in. First pitch from Pasquale is outside. Getting back to Gates, 26 and 2/3 innings pitched this year. 18 hits, 14 runs, 13 of them earned. He has walked 10, struck out 18 this year. And opponents are batting just 189 against him. The 2-0 is 3-0 to Pasquale. All 4. Pasquale will draw a 4-pitch walk. And stepping in is going to be Alex Bruchalski. And with Pasquale pitching, we'll get a pinch hitter. So Bruchalski steps in, and he's first pitch swinging. He drives this one to left field, but there to make the catch with no problems, the left fielder for out number 2. As Steven Soto steps in. No, check that. This is Ryan Ramroot. My bad. Ryan Ramroot steps in. He's the first baseman. A couple of Ramroots on this team. And that'll be strike 1. Swing and a miss at the slow off-speed pitch is 0-2 from Gates. Gates looking to get his guys to the plate. The 0-2 on its way, and that ball is driven into right field for a base hit by Ramroot. Stopping at second base is the pinch runner. So first and second with 2 outs here on a nice piece of hitting by Ramroot. That'll bring up the next Ramroot. This is Riley Ramroot. He's the third baseman. So the hot corner to first base, two Ramroots. And Gates. That catch in left field was Corbin Brown out there. The pitch, and that ball is lifted deep into right field. But back with the track is Nolan Keeley. Keeley hauls it, calls it, and that is the third and final out. Bayside threatens, but they don't score. Back with the bottom of the second here on BSN. All right, for the Melbourne Bulldogs, it'll be Tony Burrows, Bryson Ayala, Bryce Connor, Casey Dwyer, Gabe Gonzalez 1 through 5, Ty, Al, Daggy, Dominic Tamburino, Nolan Keeley, and Corbin Brown 6 through 9. And it's going to be Pasquale on the bump tonight. Elvin Pasquale for Bayside. He's had a good year this year, has Elvin. He is 3-3 with a 1.51 ERA. As Tony Burrows steps in. Pasquale, 37 innings pitched this year, 22 hits, 16 runs, 8 of them earned, 5 walks, 66 strikeouts. And that is ball one to Burrows. Strike one, 1-1. Burrows the catcher. Curveball is lifted into foul territory. Burrow this season is 324 with 13 RBIs, 6 doubles, 3 triples this year for Tony. And he'll go down on strikes, and that's out number 1. And the Bayside faithful cheer it up. Bryson Ayala steps in. Bryson, a 324 hitter as well. And, of course, the shortstop. Pitch. Inside, ball 1. Melbourne, the home team tonight. They are the higher seed. And that is ball 2, 2-0. Three and 0. That's your proverbial 3-0 strike, and it's 3-1. Bryce Connor, the first baseman, on deck. 3-2. Yeah. A tell you what, Pascal, home plate umpire did Pascal a favor there. You just don't see, uh, you just don't see strikes with drop balls by the catcher a lot. 3-2. He's got him, and Pascal comes all the way back from down 3-0 to striking out the Tulane commit. Bryce Connor steps in. Connor this year, freshman. Let me repeat that in case you didn't hear me the first two times. Freshman, batting 383, 20 RBIs, 5 doubles, 22 hits this season. Yeah, I said freshman. 2-0, and again, Pasquale falls behind, but that didn't matter much in the last at bat, other than to his pitch count total. The 2-0 on its way is 2-1. It's a big freshman, too. The 2-1 is 3-1. Jose Soto, the skipper for Melbourne. Popped up and out of play. And it'll be 3-2. Three balls, 2 strikes, and 2 outs. Pasquale to Bryce Connor, and that ball is lifted in the right field. And a nice track and a haul to end the inning. No runs, no hits, no errors, nobody left. We go to top of the second, no score in the second district semifinal. Let's take you around the Melbourne infield and the Melbourne outfield real quick here. From left to right, out and left, it'll be Corbin Brown. In center, Ty Aldegi. Over in right field tonight, it's Nolan Keeley. From short to first, or from third to first, we can't forget about the third baseman, Allen. Dominic Tamburino is at third. Your shortstop is Bryson Ayala. Gabe Gonzalez is at second. And over at first, Bryce Connor. As we told you, on the bump tonight is Sean Gates, and his battery mate behind the plate tonight is Tony Burrows. Austin Still steps in. I'll change the inning here in a second. 1-0. 2 and up, oh, no, 1-1. Good call by the home plate umpire. Pitch, and that hit him. So that's an HBP to lead off the top of the second inning for Austin. Brady Garrison steps in. Brody Garrison. And there's a bunt, and it's a beaut, Clark. And they will advance the runner, and that's a nice job on the bunt by Garrison. Sam Weld steps in. Welty. Popped up. Trouble, though. Everybody giving chase. Nearly had it, but he'll drop it in foul territory. So it'll stay foul. Listen, that's not an easy ball to go play there. I promise you. I don't know why the timer's on. We'll turn it off in a minute. And there's a ground ball to Ayala, up and over to first. Easy peasy lemon squeezy. And 6-3 down goes Welty. Chase Nola steps in. And there's 2 outs now. Happens once a game. It's like this. That's why nobody can sit here. I hope you all saw that, right? Here's the pitch. I tell you, that thing, look, pay attention. That happens all the time. Yeah, oh yeah, you know. There you go. There's probably about a half dozen people here to wish it had knocked me out. And that's a beaut. Oh, no. He didn't get it, and it's going to be 2-2. 2 balls, 2 strikes, and 2 outs now. Deuce is wild here. That's a tough one there. Got him that time. And that will end the inning. No runs, no hits, no errors. 1 left. We go to the bottom of the second. No score. All right, welcome back. It'll be Casey Dwyer, Gabe Gonzalez, and Ty Aldagi to bat. Here at the bottom of the second inning, no score in the second district semi as Dwyer steps in. Casey Dwyer looks. And that ball, too. I think. And that'll be ball 3. A leadoff walk here would not be a good thing for Pasquale. But this is the third time Pasquale's gone behind 3-0. And in the last 2, he came back to get them. So we'll see what he does here. And he will get a corner strike. I ain't worried about foul balls. It's these birds. And that one is popped up into left field and called and hauled for out number 1. As Gabe Gonzalez will now step in. Got a lot going on this week. Want to thank, of course, the Bulldog Club, Diamond Club, the Bulldog Diamond Club, for making this broadcast happen at the last minute, catching me as I was packing up. God bless them. And it's 1-1 somehow. And there's a hard ground ball down the third base line, but foul. Gonzalez now 1-2. The second baseman for the Bulldogs. Pasquale's 1-2 is lifted into center field. It's got to come on, won't get there. And that's a base hit, a 2-strike base hit for Gonzalez with 1 out, and that brings up Ty Aldagi. Let's turn the camera so that you can see both the runner at first and the batter in the box. Aldagi steps in. And he was gone on the first pitch. Melbourne this year, 64 stolen bases. Ayala leads the team with 17. Gonzalez tied for third with a bunch of guys for 6. Ty Aldagi at the plate. Aldagi this year is batting .233. He's got 6 RBIs, 14 hits for the Bulldogs. Bottom of the second, no score. Each team with a hit apiece. The 1-1 on its way to first. And back in time is Gonzalez. Dom Tamburino on deck. And back to first he goes. And there's the throw down the second, not even close. And that's the 7th stolen base of the year for Gonzalez. And with 2 strikes now to Aldagi, the Bulldogs with a runner in scoring position with 1 out here in the bottom of the second. Pasquale eyes up the target, and the signal takes a peek back. 3 umpires for the districts and the regionals moving forward. Here's the pitch. And good piece of hitting the other way. And that'll go off the glove and around third and stopping, and now he's going to score and not able to control the ball over there at first base, and he just couldn't pick it up. It was like a hot potato over there, and unfortunately for Bayside, the Melbourne run will score, and that'll be a base hit and an error for Aldagi. He'll stop at first. The run, Gonzalez will score the run on an error. Aldagi won't get the RBI, but he'll get the base hit. Dominic Tamburino will look at strike one on the outside corner. Still just one out. And the Bulldogs on top now. Early here, 1-0. They're still very prone to run here. That's Ryan Ramroop over there first. It's just one of those plays sometimes where you ever go to pick something up and it just does not want to be a part of your hands. Well, that was the baseball and Ramroop on that one. 0-1 to Tamburino. Swing and a miss. 0-2. Nolan Keeley is on deck. The pitch. Screen getting a workout tonight. And it's 0-2. Corbin Brown, the number 9 hitter, he's in the hole. Runner at first, 1 out, 1 in. 1-2-0, the line score for Melbourne. 0-1-0 for Bayside. Pasquale wants a strikeout here. Wants a strikeout. And he's looking at 1-2 now. The pitch off and going is the runner. Great way to throw the ball, or great pitch to throw. And stolen base for Ty Aldagi. And Aldagi with a good jump. That one stolen on the pitcher. Fouled off. Aldagi tied with Gonzalez now with 7 stolen bases. Gonzalez just scored. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Here's the pitch. Popped up, and that will leave the stadium out of play. It's a great night for baseball. I mean, it is gorgeous here at USSSA Stadium. The 2-2. And that's my least favorite move in all of baseball. The old spin around and look at second base. Pasquale kicks and fires. Got him. Good pitch by Pasquale. Kept it away from him and gets him swinging. And Nolan Keeley will step in, the number 9 hitter, with an opportunity here with 2 outs and running on contact. Could pick up an RBI. Keeley this season, a 154 hitter, a couple of RBIs and 4 hits. And that one is right down Apollo Road for strike one. Apollo Boulevard for strike one. One run in already for Melbourne. Trying to add to it. Pasquale kicks and fires, and that is on the black for 0-2. And now the number 9 hitter, Corbin Brown. What did I say? Did I say, who's this, Corbin Brown or Keeley? Yeah, this is Nolan Keeley. My apologies. Yeah, this is the 8 hitter. Upstairs. Yeah, that's correct. Okay. Just want to make sure I'm not screwing the card up already. That usually takes me about the 5th inning. The 1-2. And trying to steal third. Down he goes. Got him. Great throw to get the base runner, and that will end the inning. And Nolan Keeley will lead it off as Aldagi is thrown out at third. But the Melbourne Bulldogs do pick up a run. We head to the top of the third, 1-0 Melbourne. Catcher number 2, Vic Hernandez, steps in, and we'll see if Vic can parlay a nice defensive play into a hit. And that's strike 2. And right now, it's Gates on top, 0-2 to Gonzalez. The 0-2 on its way, and that just misses 1-2. Gonzalez caught window shopping his last time up, looking as he was struck out. Hernandez, not Gonzalez, my apologies. And he got him again, looking at the sights, and that is out number 1 as Hernandez goes down on strikes. As Elvis Pasquale steps in. Pasquale singled. He's got the only hit in the game for Bayside, and that's 4 straight strikes from Gates. Wasn't it Gates that fired a no-hitter? I think it was. 7-inning no-hitter. Pitch. Wow. I don't know where that thing missed. 1-1. Inside, 2-1. The 2-1 is popped up, and drifting out to get it is Ayala. He is called off by the left fielder, Corbin Brown, and Brown makes the catch for out number 2. And Alex Burchalski, the shortstop, will step in. And Bruchalski pops it up. And this time Ayala will take it. And that's a great inning for Gates as Bayside goes 1-2-3. Back with the bottom of the third. 1-0 Melbourne. All right, Keeley will step back in. He was at the plate when Aldeghi was thrown out at third. First pitch from Pasquale is in there for a strike. 1-0. Bulldogs on top. Bottom of the third inning. Vieira won the first game over Osceola. So the winner here will face the Hawks in a district championship matchup Wednesday night. Now, if you're wondering what the situation is in terms of that is out of play. Corbin Brown on deck. In terms of what happens if this team wins or that team loses, and that ball is hit deep to center field, and he will not get there as he overplayed it, and around second on his way to third with a leadoff triple is going to be Nolan Keeley, and the Bulldogs are in business as the center fielder just overshot the coverage on the ball and just couldn't come up with it. That's really the right fielder's ball, but once the center fielder calls for it, you got to back off, and he did. And Corbin Brown steps in, and anywhere he hits it should score a run here. So a routine fly ball turns into a triple, and that's how things can happen. The 0-2 is outside. The 1-2, foul back to the screen. That one comes right through the screen again. Outstanding job by you, Triple SA. Good guys. That's not their fault. And there's a ground ball, and that's going to get through as Corbin Brown will reach on an E6, and that'll be an unearned run as the Bulldogs take a 2-0 lead now. a triple, and an error. And we're back to the top of the lineup. Tony Burrows steps in. He struck out his last time up. So Vieira's the 2 seed. Melbourne's a 5. Bayside's an 11. Bayside's got to win this tournament to reach the state tournament. That ball is in the gap, and that is going to get down and around second. And on his way to third is going to be Corbin Brown hustling. And the Bulldogs are going to have runners first and third with nobody out here in the bottom of the third and already up 2-0. And we're going to get a visit to the mound here. Or two runs, 3 hits, no errors for the Bulldogs. No runs, 1 hit, and 2 errors for Bayside as Bryson Ayala steps in with nobody out and runners at the corner. And Pasquale's first pitch to the Tulane commit is outside for ball 1. 1-0. 2-0 pitch in the same exact place. Three and Pasquale has missed all 3 pitches in the same exact spot. And this would load the bases with nobody out, and you don't want to do that. And that is a strike. 3-1. Ayala struck out his last time up, but well ahead in the count here. Pasquale kicks and fires outside, ball 4. All 4 pitches that missed outside, and bases are loaded for the big freshman as he steps in. As Bryce Connor with a chance here to break this thing open a little bit. Everywhere you look is a Bulldog. Pasquale's first pitch offering is driven deep, back, and hauling that in will be the right fielder, but that will advance everybody, and it's 3-0, and that's a good piece of hitting there by Bryce Connor on the sac fly RBI, and 1 out with runners at second and third now as Ayala scoots to second, and Burrows down at third, and scoring was Nolan Keeley, and this will be Casey Dwyer stepping in. Dwyer flied out to the left fielder his last time up. So a sac fly RBI for the freshman. And that ball is fouled. pitch. It is 2-1. Or 1-2. Check that, 1-2. Pasquale trying to minimize the damage, and it's going to be 2-2. Foul back. Count will stay 2-2. I don't see anybody here from Vieira watching. I would have thought maybe they stuck around, maybe to do a little scouting. I guess not. The 2-2 from Pasquale. 2 runners in scoring position. Swing and a miss at the high heat. And that's out number 2. And Gabe Gonzalez will step up. Gonzalez singled his last time up and scored. Gabe singles here. He's got a chance to drive in 2. Ayala at second. Burrow at third. 2 outs. Strike 1. Ty Aldegi would be next. The 0-1 on its way is 1-1. And that one is lifted foul. One ball and 2 strikes, 2 outs, 1 in, 2 runs, 3 hits for Melbourne. The pitch, and it's upstairs, and we're now at a deuces wild situation. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs, turn card pitch on its way here. Let's see what it is. Swing and a miss, and the damage is minimized by Pasquale as he strikes out the final 2 batters of the inning. However, Melbourne does play to run, and they lead this. Scoreboard's got, isn't it 3-0? Isn't it 3-0? Yeah, that's what I thought. 3-0. I gotta quit looking at the scoreboard. Trust my eyes. Yeah, it's 3-0 Melbourne. So essentially, both Melbourne and Vieira are going to the state tournament regardless of what happens the rest of the way in this one or on Wednesday. Now, where Melbourne can really pick up some traction here is, let's say they win this game and then they beat Vieira on Wednesday. Well, if they're paired with Vieira in the first round of the playoffs, Vieira would have to go down and play at Melbourne. So these are a couple of big games here in terms of seeding and where they will be in the playoffs. So they may be in regardless of what happens, but where they are and who they play, far from being decided. Ryan Ramroop steps in. And that'll be strike 1. Good looking pitch there. And a good sign if you are Soto, because you want to see your pitcher fire a strike after sitting for a while. And he fires two, and this is lifted in the left field. Tracked, called and hauled for out number one. As Riley Ramroot will step in. Riley Ramroot flied out to the right fielder his last time up, and he looks at strike one from Sean Gates. Gates with 3 strikeouts in this one, and that is strike two. That's Purdy. No, that was a strike. The 0-2, and good idea, but Riley too good of a hitter to launch at that, and it's 1-2. Just dove and missed. 2-2. And there's a ground ball to second baseman, and he picks it up and throws it over to first. Nice play there by Gabe Gonzalez for out number 2. And this will bring up Austin Still. And that is strike one. First pitch strikes. Gates has been really, really good at filling the zone up with the first pitch to each batter tonight. The 0-1 is now 0-2. And there's so much you can do when you get a first pitch strike. Throwing a second pitch strike's not a bad idea either. The 0-2 on its way. Got him! And that will end the inning. And for the second consecutive inning, it's 3 up, 3 down. Back with the, where are we here? Bottom of the 4th here on BSN. Bottom of the 4th inning we go. Here in the first pitch from Pasquale here to Ty Aldegi is upstairs for ball one. Aldegi tonight, single, and then was caught stealing at third base. Two and 0, 3 and 0. And the Bulldogs put the leadoff hitter on in the last inning, and he ended up coming around to score. And I think manager Soto's out there telling him now that's 4-pitch walk to start the bottom of the fourth here. As Dominic Tamburino comes on. And I would think that either a bunt is in order or Tamburino here, who struck out his last time. We'll see what the play is. Maybe it's a hit and run or a bunt. Certainly a big enough gap between first and second in terms of the fielders. The second baseman is shaded way over towards the bag. Pasquale, 0-1. And 1-1. And, of course, Ramroop holding Aldegi at first. The pitch and off the end of the bat for strike two. The 1-2 is driven into the gap. Aldegi around, or he'll stop at second. Nice job by the right fielder to cut that ball off. And a good piece of hitting by Tamburino. He just went the other way with it. Didn't try to pull it. And now it's first and second with Nolan Keeley coming up. And I would think for sure a bunt is in order here. And Keeley squares and does not pull it back down. And it's 0-1. Tamburino, nice piece of hitting. Pasquale, the 0-1. Oh, that's a hard one back to the pitcher, but it's going to get the job done. Nice sacrifice by Nolan Keeley as the runners advance to second and third with just one out on the sack bunt, bringing up Corbin Brown. I wouldn't be shocked with the number 9 hitter up if we saw a safety squeeze here. Not a squeeze, but a safety squeeze. The pitch. And this one might drop. This is trouble. Second baseman got it, and tagging is Aldegi. Here's the throw. Safe. And down to third base goes Tamburino, and it's 4-0 Melbourne. Good hustle as Corbin Brown picks up the RBI. Sack fly. And it's 2 outs now, but another run is in, and we're back to the top of the lineup with Tony Burrow, who is 1 for 2 tonight. And an RBI opportunity for Tony. Pasquale's pitch to him is driven up the middle and off the shortstop's glove for a base hit. And that is the second straight at-bat with a hit for Burrow, and that'll be an RBI. It's 5-0. Nothing Bulldogs on top. Two out hitting as Bryson Ayala steps in. Both runners to reach base this inning have scored. The pitch, and Ayala nearly sent that one back down I-95 to Melbourne. He just missed that pitch. Better not hang him one here. Pasquale peeks in, off and running. He does. That's a foul ball off the catcher's hand, and that hurts. And the umpire will take a couple minutes here to let the catcher collect himself because that hurts. As the manager comes out, he'll feel that more tomorrow than anything. And he gives him another minute by going to get some baseballs. That's a good umpire. You see this all the time in the major leagues. The catchers do it for the umpires do it for the catchers. They catch one, a foul ball. The catcher may go out and talk to his pitcher, give the umpire a minute to get himself together, or catch his breath or whatever. And the umpire gives him a warm-up pitcher, too. Catcher says, I'm ready, let's go. Ayala steps back in, nothing in two out. 2 in here, 5-0. The 0-2 off, and they got him picked off. The threw it away. And a good job by, and that's just a great job by Tony. I got play-by-play help behind me. 0-2 as Burrow steals second. Got to force them to do stuff with the ball. When they do, that is the third error of the game that Bayside has made. Here's the pitch, and Ayala nearly decapitates a quarter of the Bayside dugout with a foul ball. 0-1-2 for Bayside. 4-5-0 for Melbourne. Here's the pitch. Got him. And Ayala swings at a ball for strike 3, and that will end the inning, but not before the Melbourne Bulldogs strike twice and lead it 5-0. Top of the 5th. Here we go. And 5 in for Melbourne as we go to the top of the 5th. And it'll be Brody Garrison, Sam Welty, and Chase Nolas. And a gem being tossed here tonight by Gates. The first pitch. And it continues as that's 0-1. Gates has allowed 1 hit tonight. And the lefty, smooth as ice right now. Kicks, fires, off the screen, strike two. Garrison will sacrifice bunt his last time. The 1-2 on its way. Inside, 2-2. So I don't know if anybody knows or you're not, but this year the regional finals are a best of three. So, these teams with just the one good arm. A lot of Brevard County teams have a couple of arms on staff. That's fouled back. Melbourne, O'Galley, Vieira, a couple good arms. But if you got that one good arm, it used to be able to get you through the regional finals into the Final Four. And that'll miss 3-2. This year, you got to win 2 out of 3. So you're going to have to actually plan your pitching going into the region. But you got to make it. You got to make it to the regional finals. 3-2 on its way. And that's low for ball 4. And he lost him. That was Garrison. Welty. Melbourne has 5 runs on 5 hits, no errors. Bayside, no runs, 1 hit. And I've got 3 errors for them. Sam Welty steps in. Welty, as Sam Welty last time grounded out to the shortstop. First pitch inside for a ball. And Welty tells Garrison to hold up. And that one is fouled off the press box. The 1-1 on its way is up. Oh, wow. That looked over his head. But it's a strike. Inside, 2-2. Two balls and 2 strikes. Runner at first. Pitch. And that ball is lifted down the left field line. Oh, good try. That'll be a carpet burn on the arm. That young man will have little black pieces of tire everywhere. It's all ground up tire out there. And when you walk in it and dive in it, it gets all over you. Outside, 3-2. So Gates takes a walk around, has gone full down to the last 2 hitters. And the runner's off and going. Got him there. There's the throw to second. And he will not get him. Stolen base. No strike him out, throw him out, but you get to strike him out by Welty. And that'll bring up Chase Nolis as Garrison steals second. So Nolis, the DH, struck out his last time up. And he swings and misses at strike 1. 1-1. Nice piece of hitting the other way, but that's gone foul, and it's 1-2. Just missed it. One ball and two strikes. One out. The pitch. And that's into the catcher's. There we go. Catcher did not hold on. So 1-2 now. Here's the pitch. And that's a hard ground ball down the first. Scooped up for out number 2. Down to third base goes Garrison. And this will bring up Victor Hernandez. So Vic steps in. He has struck out twice, and both times has done so looking at the ball. That's strike 2. And Hernandez takes a big walk outside of the batter's box area. And he is down 0-2 for the third straight at bat. Gates takes a peek in. Burrows gives him the sign. He rocks, kicks, and timeout called. The pitch. Got him! And I'll tell you what, Hernandez must be in a shopping mood tonight because that's the third time he's been caught looking. We go to the bottom of the fifth, 5-0 Bulldogs. Fifth inning stretch is what it is in high school baseball. Buy me some peanuts and Cracker Jacks. I don't care if I ever get back. 5-0 here as Melbourne looks to advance to Wednesday night's championship game, a game you'll see right here on the Brevard Sports Network. The Bulldogs hang on. They'll face off against the Vieira Hawks again for the district title. And, of course, we'll tell you why that district title matters, but it matters more so in the rivalry between these two programs. The Vieira Hawks will be looking for their 5th I believe their fourth or fifth straight district title in that one. As we go to the bottom of inning number 5, rolling, rolling, rolling. The old Chuck Wagon's rolling as Bryce Connor steps in. Connor tonight with a sac fly, RBI, and a fly out. First pitch offering from Pasquale is ball 1. Grounded foul. Two up is Connor, Dwyer, and Gonzalez for Melbourne. The 1-1. Oh, that's a pretty pitch. 1-2. I think Walding Custom Homes as well. Stanwick Insurance up in the corner there. Of course, Ubrizati. My card. The 2-2 on its way is 3-2. The 3-2. Oh, he's a little late, and it was a beaut. And that is strike 3. Good looking pitch there. And Connor goes down on strikes. And that'll bring up Casey Dwyer. 7th strikeout tonight for Pasquale. And Dwyer was one of those 7. He struck out his last time up. First pitch is driven into the gap. And the left fielder gives chase and hauls it in for out number 2. As Gabe Gonzalez will step up. He is struck out, singled and scored tonight. Two outs already here in the bottom of the 5th inning. Looking ahead to the top half of the Bayside 6, it would be Pasquale, Bruchalski, and Ryan Ramroot. So the heart of the order coming up, and that one is grounded foul. And the count is a ball and the strike. 1 ball, 1 strike, 2 outs here. The pitch, swing and a miss. 1-2. And that one is grounded to second baseman. Got to hurry, does. And that's 3 up, 3 down. And that's 3 up, 3 down for the first time tonight. We go to the top of the 6th, and it's 5-0 Melbourne. 6 strikeouts for Gates tonight. 3 of them from Victor Hernandez, but this is Elvin Pasquale leading off the pitcher. This will be a lefty-lefty battle here, and we'll see who gets the better of it. Pasquale tonight has singled and flied out to the left fielder. The first pitch is chest high for a ball, 1-0. Two and 0. And foul back. Good pitch to swing on. 2 balls. And now 1 strike on the foul ball. Three and 1. 2 1-2-3 innings for Gates tonight. He had it in the third and the fourth. With a 3-1 on its way. He will not have one in the sixth as Pasquale draws a 5-pitch walk. And that'll bring up Alex Bruchalski. Alex tonight, couple of couple of flyouts. And we're going to get a pinch runner for Elvin. Yeah, take care. Steven Soto will pinch run. I think that's, can't tell who that's out there talking to. Who that is talking to Gates at the moment. Let's pitch coach. Bruchalski steps in with the runner Soto at first. Pitch. Ball's fouled back and over the screen. Out of play. Strike 1. I think you're just telling Gates at this point, just throw strikes, man. Let you know. You guys have done a terrific job tonight. Good move, keeping the runner close. 5-0 here. 1 in the second, 1 in the third. Actually, it was 1 in the second, 2 in the third, and then 2 in the fourth. It should have been. Pitch is a strike. Strike 2. And that ball is lifted up into center field. They were shallow. Aldegi calls and hauls for out number 1 as Ryan Ramroots will step in. That's a heck of a play coming all the way in to calling everybody off and hauling that in. Plus up in that Vieira night with the way the wind blows here. Man, I've seen some crazy things here. So 1 out and 1 on as Ramroot steps in. His brother's on deck. Ryan wears Aaron Judge's number. I think this was Ortiz's number. 34. Did he get him? No. back in time. Good luck, though. Good luck. Ground ball foul down the third base line. There's a good play by the third base coach who gets the ball right back into the pitcher. 1-2. One out here, top of the sixth. Melbourne on top, 5-0. Winner advances to the 6A7 Championship Wednesday, 6 o'clock, right here, BSN. Fouled off the screen. And that one, second base touches over to first. Will not get the runner at first, but a great play over there. Nearly turned two. Heck of a job by the second baseman. Gabe Gonzalez making that play over there. He'll get the lead runner. And that ball is lifted, and Aldeigi's coming again. And Aldeigi with a web gem. And that will end the inning as Melbourne ends up. Yeah, I mean, that's just good stuff right there. And that ends it. We'll go to the bottom of the sixth, 5-0. All right, you're looking at a new pitcher on the bump for the Bayside Bears. Nice night for Pasquale. He only gave up 5 hits tonight. The 2 errors really put a dent into it tonight for him from his guys behind him. But out there right now on the bump is number 99. It's going to be Riley Ramroop. And this season, Riley Ramroop. What? Yeah, I think the PA guy just got that all wrong. Cause I'm pretty sure that's Riley Ramroot pitching. Yeah, it is. And he's going to look at strike one. But Ramroot this year, 386, 2-0 with a 386. His brother is not Ramroot. 34, 36. His brother is going to be 36 on here. So his brother this year, 3-1 with a 2.80 ERA. 20 innings pitched, 23 hits, 13 runs, 8 of them earned, 12 walks, 17 strikeouts this year by Riley. A lot of these players don't realize, and there's a foul ball. Really, really. I mean, they can change their numbers, and that's good. And I get why he wants to be 99. But a lot of times when college coaches are looking at things, they're going to call up coaches. They're going to make sure they got all the, I get all that. But the initial thought process is they're looking for 36. They don't see him because he's 99. Max Preps doesn't put first names on stats. And there's a hard ground ball. The second baseman gobbled up and over to first. And that is one out here in the bottom of inning number 6. 5 in a row sat down by Bayside pitching. Dom Tamarino steps in, struck out and singled and scored tonight. First pitch offered by Ramroop is ball 1. One and oh. Strike 1, 2-1. Just misses. Hard ground ball down to third. Nice scoop. Glove side. Throws. Got him. Good play over there by the third baseman. It was Welty over there at third base that made that good play. And this is Nolan Keeley, as 6 Bulldogs have now been sat down in order. Pitch. And that one is just foul. And I mean just foul. Looking ahead to the top of the 7th inning, it'll be Austin Still, Brody Garrison, and Sam Welty scheduled for Bayside. And that's a ball that didn't break, and it's 2-1. Pitch, and there's a base hit, and that'll end the consecutive streak of 6 in a row sat down as Nolan Keeley gets a base hit. And they'll bring up Corbin Brown, I believe. Brown steps in. Brown reached on an error and then picked up an RBI. One hit tonight by Gates. Swing and a miss, strike 1. So far, Gates has held Bayside to 1 hit. Burrows would be next. The 0-1 is 0-2 from Ramroop. Upstairs, wasted, and it's a ball and 2 strikes. And that'll be a stolen base for Keeley as the ball gets away from the catcher, but he would have had the base stole. So I'm going to give it to him. sad that there's no minor league baseball here. Sad. I'll take an A team. So the Deuce's wild pitch produces a 3-2 count. I mean, seriously, I would take an A-level team here. This is better. I mean, I know that, like, Jackie Robinson Stadium, where the Tortugas play, this ball is going to get in, and that's going to play a sixth Melbourne run. And how about Corbin Brown with a base hit? And the Melbourne Bulldogs manufacturing a run, and it's 6-0 for Melbourne, and back to the top of the lineup. And you, Corbin Brown, with a nice piece of hitting. But listen, where the Daytona Tortugas play, I mean, look, that's a I mean, I know it's a historic stadium, but it's terrible. I would love to see an A team or a high-level A team or a double A team come in here and play. No reason this place should be empty. It's ridiculous. But you know how the politics goes. And and I'm sure in the end, USSSA, and I don't know how much of the income, I mean, the hotels, the restaurants, all of that, yes, from the tournaments, the softball, the baseball tournaments that come in here, and I'm sure it's probably far more than what a Triple A team or a Triple A or Double A or High A single A affiliate team could bring in. But the bottom line is, it's just it just sits vacant too much, I think. 2-2, so we're Deuces Wild again with first base open in the top of the lineup with Tony Burrows. Now you got Brown at second, and the Bulldogs up top 6-0. And that ball is skied back and out of play. That'll go off the roof. The 2-2 is 3-2, and all of a sudden Ramroot has lost the zone here consistently. And Bryson Ayala, though, wants one more shot. And that ball is back and out of play off the roof, and somewhere down there in the tunnel. Here comes the next 3-2, and it's ball four as Bryson Ayala comes up. Burrows with a 2-out walk. And Bryson struck out his last time up. Six runs, 7 hits, no errors for Melbourne. No runs, 1 hit, and 2 errors for Bayside. Pitch to Bryson is upstairs, ball 1. As the dugout shouts, "Come on, Riley, let's go." Hard ground ball down the line, but foul. Just to the left of the bag. The 1-1 is drilled into right field. Is it hard enough to score a run? You betcha. And around third and on his way to touch up the 7th Melbourne run is Corbin Brown. And the walk-off run now comes to the plate in the form of Bryce Connor. So runners at the corner with Bryce Connor up and a 7-0 Melbourne lead here. And this ball is hit to the right fielder, but he's got a good track. He turns the wrong way, but ends up with it anyway. And that is the third and the final out, but not before the Melbourne Bulldogs pick up two more. They head in to the seventh and final inning with a 7-0 lead. Heck of a job tonight for our Melbourne Bulldog Diamond Club player of the game tonight, Sean Gates. Gates tonight limiting the Bayside Bears to just one hit tonight while striking out seven batters, but he gives way here. 6 innings pitched, and he'll leave as our player of the game, entering the game for the final 3 outs of the night coming up. You see him on your screen there. Figure out who he is here. Landon Barney. Barney been doing this role for a little while now. As Barney will look to finish off Bayside here. Landon this season is 2-0 with a 2.36 ERA. This is appearance number 13 for Landon. 29 2/3 innings pitched, 31 hits, 17 runs, 10 of them earned. He's walked 13, struck out 20. And he's 1-1 here, and that is a soft liner and 1 out here in the top of the 7th. It was Austin Still. So the Melbourne Bulldogs are 2 outs away from advancing to the championship again. Brody Garrison steps in. Not sure where that missed, but the umpire said it did, so that's the only reason I know it did. 2. Oh, my goodness. Yeah, that's a strike. I thought the first one was as well. The 3-1 on its way. Burrow almost got it, but that is a 1-out walk. This will bring up Sam Welty. Nope, pinch hitter. Be Ryan Folstein who steps in as a pinch hitter. First pitch to Folstein as he swings all the way up and around that one, and it's 0-1. Here's the pitch, and Burrows with a good job framing it, but it didn't sell. 1-1. That ball is drilled, and can Aldagi get it? Yes, he can. Falling down and backwards. Aldagi did it to himself, but he recovered because he was shallow, and he had to get on his horse to go get that one, and boy did he, and he makes a terrific catch, and the Bulldogs are just an out away as Chase Nolis steps in here, and I'm going to tell you, he's like, uh-oh, and got it. Aldagi's made some good ones out there tonight. They've had some good center fielders out there, but, there's Ayala to finish it off, and the Melbourne Bulldogs have advanced to the championship game on Wednesday as they win it 7-0. And winning pitcher and our player of the game tonight. Yeah, no doubt about it. It's definitely going to be Sean Gates, and congratulations to the Bulldogs. The Bulldogs and the Hawks will go at it again for the umpteenth time. We'll chat. We'll write all about it coming up on BSN over the next day or so and tell you all about it. I'll be here Wednesday night to deliver the championship match. So, want to say thank you to the Melbourne Bulldog Diamond Club for securing the broadcast tonight. Once again, your final score, 7 runs, 8 hits, no errors for Melbourne. No runs, 1 hit, 2 errors for Bayside. The Bulldogs advance. Congratulations to the Bayside Bears on a good season this year. Their season will come to an end. They needed to win this district tournament to get into the state tournament. That won't happen. They fall to 14-9. We'll see you Wednesday night right here.